the bar, I'm too persistent. With income, no cast. Get it on my own, no collab. But a bar with me, that's a body bag. Yo, people, fam. What we telling them is your boy Jazz, Manline Jazz, MLC Jazz in a building. Right now, we got Joey Bada's Head High, a colour show. But before we get into it, subscribe to the channel, fam. This is your second, third, fourth, sixth, seventh time here. You might as well subscribe because you're obviously enjoying the content, fam. Now we got man like Joey Bada, someone that I've watched in basically every single industry that he's been in, whether it's the music thing, whether it's him being in power in the acting thing, or him just being a regular interview. Actually, I haven't seen like a regular interview. I watched him on them Lip Service with Angela Yee and them two other women or whatever. So that one's more about like kind of like sex talk, all of them things there, you know what I mean? So that was like a proper interview. But I'm seeing him basically multiple, you know what I'm saying, different scenarios, but you know what I'm saying, in his career that he indulges in type of thing, fam. And I'm invested, man. I can't even lie to you because no matter what he steps into, he's very dope at it, blood. You know what I mean? He's one of the guys that kind of brings the old school into the new, fam. You know what I'm saying? He brings a real essence to the hip hop game, to the music game in general, fam. You know what I mean, blood? So this right here, I know for a fact is gonna be it's gonna be one to remember, blood. You know what I mean? Colours is like the daily duppy of like the English scene, you know what I'm saying? A fire in the booth and them thing there. It demands your best. Start from pick on deck, fam. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
Time waits for no man. Life is but a two-step slow jam. Dancing with the devil, trying not to lose my balance. But God bless the kid with many talents. He was chosen. Why you see him living in the moment? Every second gotta own it. Cause you never know.
One thing I want to say though. Listen, when it comes to the headphone thing, fam, you know what I'm saying? I always like a specific type of headphone or whatever, blood. But I've come to realize being in this game, blood, that the uglier a headphone looks, the better it is, fam. I can't even lie to you, blood. But back to what man like, you know what I'm saying, Lupe Fiasco is saying, blood, you might know how I feel about my mellow vibes type of music, blood, you know what I mean? And this right here fits in perfectly,
Dancing with the devil, trying not to lose my balance. But God bless the kid with many talents. He was chosen. Why
exactly, blood. I said, blood, I've seen the interviews in the acting and the, you know what I'm saying, he's multifaceted, blood, you know what I mean? And he realizes that himself, blood, you know what I mean? He takes advantage of it.
And in the moment, every second gotta own it. Cause you never know when could be your last. Time breathing, now you bleeding from the gun blast. Then you thinking about your past. So your whole life in the flash. Best friends long in your casket. Now your son a bastard. Pressure on the shoulders make him gotta grow faster. Where I'm from, the stories never end with no.
Literally, blood. It's like the content that we talk about constantly gets recycled. When you're born with my skin color, fam, you put in certain types of situations, blood. You know what I'm saying? You're raised a certain way. And I said the other day in one of my reactions is that when you're black, fam, the world forces you to grow up and mature at a very fast rate, blood. You know what I mean? For whatever reason, blood. No matter where you are in the world, fam. You know what I mean? When you are black, blood, whether you're rich, whether you're poor, the world forces you to grow up very fastly, fam. You know what I mean, fam? You got to mature and realize, like, you know what I'm saying, the environments that you're in type of thing. You get me? And it literally just keeps getting reiterated, blood, in different forms.
Pressure on the shoulders make them gotta grow faster. Where I'm from, the stories never end with no happily ever afters. Just broken families forced to start new chapters. A natural disaster, cycle in the loop, and we caught up in the rapture. Not to mention all these other factors. Government agendas against rappers. They wanna see us either dead or captured. So I hold my head high till they put me below. Best until the day I die. I'ma keep this heat close. This is for my niggas who took a day to relax. Hugging the blocks, but the block ain't hug us back. So we keep our head high.
Man, that's what I'm saying. You man are giving so much to something that when it comes to the end of it, fam, it's giving you nothing back, blood. That's why I don't get this generation, fam. Bro, you got certain people coming out of it and the people that have never been in it trying to go into it, blood. I don't get it, blood. I don't get it.
But the block ain't hug us back.
You know what I'm
so
saying?
We keep our head high till they put us below. Best until the day we die. We gon' keep this heat close. This is for my niggas who took a day to relax. Hugging the blocks, but the block ain't hug us. Took a trip to Miami that March. Couple weeks right before my daughter got born. To meet up with this kid by the name of X. Had to go to him cause he was on house arrest. Nonetheless, our first time meeting, we was always on the FaceTime. Offered me his place to stay, thank you, but I declined. First impression in my mind, now that's a stand-up nigga. Someone I could call a friend of mine, and that's tough, nigga.
This is literally 3 minutes, but they started it off with spitting that pain, then talked about some relatability, blood, you know what I'm saying? So you can relate to the people that are listening. Now we're in the storytelling bag, fam, you know what I'm saying? But reload that real quick.
Daughter got born. To meet up with this kid. kid by the name of X. Had to go to him cause he was on house arrest. Nonetheless, our first time meeting, we was always on the FaceTime. Offered me his place to stay, thank you, but I declined. First impression in my mind, now that's a stand-up nigga. Someone I could call a friend of mine, and that's a tough nigga. Shit I could talk about, any type of stuff with him. Never gave a fuck about who didn't fuck with him. See, that's my nigga, I had to keep it a buck with him. When he played me his album, I told him what he was missing. A lot of niggas would've took that shit different, would've thought that I was dissing. Instead we found a speed and started risk.
That's what I'm saying, blood, because we're in a generation where people don't care about the art, blood. So when you come along and tell an artist, oh, this is what's wrong with it, you need to improve, you need to get, they don't care, blood, because they're not doing it realistically for the art, they're not in the essence of it, blood, you know what I mean? So they won't take criticism, blood, because in their head, blood, you know what I'm saying, their thing's completely fine, blood, they're the best in it, you know what I mean, blood? Like, come on, man, come on, blood.
Never gave a fuck about who did.
No matter whether it's someone that's above you, below you, someone that's older than you, younger than you, you can always take some advice for absolutely everyone and learn a different aspect of life, you know what I'm saying?
Didn't fuck with him. See, that's my nigga, I had to keep it a buck with him. When he played me his album, I told him what he was missing. A lot of niggas would've took that shit different, would've thought that I was dissing. Instead we found a speed and started riffing. Shit had me reminiscing, had me think about Steelo, Lord knows. So I keep my head high till they put us below. Best until the day we die. We gon' keep this heat close. This is for my niggas who took a day to relax. Hugging the blacks, but the block ain't hug us back. So we keep our head high till they put us below. Best until the day we die. We gon' keep this heat close. This is for my niggas who took a day to relax. Hugging the blacks, but the block ain't hug us back.
Nah, he did his thing on that one.
But the block ain't hug us back.
He did his thing, he did his thing.
Hugging the blacks, but the block ain't hug us back. Yeah. Hugging the blacks, but the block ain't hug us back. That's a fact, nigga. Said we hugging the blacks, but the block ain't hug us back.
Kinda get melodic with it, kinda get melodic with it, man. Kinda get melodic with it. No, man. That's Joey, and he a badass motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Come on, blood. Hey, that was absolutely fire, fam. That was absolutely fire, blood. And around the world, blood, there's multiple platforms like this where it demands your absolute best, fam. It draws out the artistry in you, blood. You know what I'm saying, fam? And I definitely enjoyed this one right here, blood. So shout out Joey, Bada, blood. Definitely gonna put that on the YT playlist, blood, which all of you, man, can actually go to if you want, fam. You know what I'm saying? Gonna put that on my Spotify playlist, hopefully Sunday as well. And then I'll catch you, man, in the next one, fam. It's always a pleasure coming over to the Colours show and, you know what I'm saying, indulging in an artist that I actually know and them thing there, blood. You get me, fam? The last one that I watched was, actually, I watched the recent one. I can't remember the woman's name, but it was a female, light skin. But the other one that I remember watching was man like what's his name, Corday, blood, and he shelled it, fam. He shelled it. He showed you, man, a different side to him as well. But I'll catch you, man, the next one. It's your boy Jazz, and I'm out here, fam. In a bit, people, man. I'm gone.
Bar after bar after bar after bar after bar. I'm too persistent with encroachment, no cast. Get it on my own, no collab. But a bar with me, that's a body bag. Your mans want smoke, then he leaves with a toe tag. Whole squad hit with a double mag Glock. Got left in the street and the body's getting chucked. Bullets with names and your shit's getting popped. Better be with me and the bag's getting cocked. Still gotta chase the bag, humble. Ain't gotta brag in a league on my own and my stats getting flagged. Hit me for the feet, got verses in stats. Come through like the queen, gotta pay that tax.